Hello everyone and welcome back to the Belgian Beer Brothers channel. Cedric here again with another brew review, and I thought I'd continue my streak of fruit beers, so I'm opening with a Bière de Vitteaux Cassis, or Bière Cassis de Vitteaux, whatever you want to call it. This is another one by Brasserie Burgonde, which means this is a artisanal French beer, quite hard to find, especially in this region. And Cassis is black currant. Now, I actually love Cassis. We do have Fanta Cassis here, mainly in Holland, but I live right on the border, so I'll get my hands on it sometimes. Now, this beer should be quite full-bodied, quite fruity and a bit sour, I believe, because this has an ingredients list with water, malted barley, regular barley, oats, jus de cassis or blackcurrant juice, hops and yeast, and not much more than that. This is a 5% fruit beer. I'm very keen on trying this out. So let's not wait any longer and dive right in. First thing I notice is that honestly I expected a darker beer and mainly more purple than this. We do have the Liefmans Cassis, which is brewed by Liefmans in Oudenaarde, but only sold in on the Chinese market. Here in Belgium we also have the Lindemans Cassis. I believe I reviewed that like 2 years ago. I'll put a link up here, which I like, but those are both very reddish beers. And this strikes me more as an amber beer. Now, it isn't very clear. I'm guessing that's some yeast and malt leftovers, and of course the influence of that blackcurrant juice that it has. But nonetheless a very nice color, very beautiful, yeah, amber color leaning towards brown even, which is not very common. Some nice beige foam, not a lot of foam, but of course fruit juice does break that foam. So it does definitely smell like blackcurrant and a bit candyish, let's say, and I don't mean sugary, but we do have these tiny blackberry and raspberry candies here in Belgium. Smells just like that. Actually smells really lovely. The predominant scent in there is the blackcurrant. Not much more. Now I would be surprised if they used very fresh hops for this. I'm thinking towards yeah, the older hops, the year hops as they call it, just like in lambic production, because honestly I think the very fresh aromatic hops aren't of much use here. But hey, let's have a taste. Cheers. Yeah, very nice. Very surprising as well. I expected a rather sweet fruity beer going in. Now it is fruity, don't get me wrong, but not much sweet about it. Also not too sour, it's nice and balanced, but I honestly expected this less bitter. It does have a very nice bitter taste to it, so maybe they've used fresher hops than I expected. Also, when it comes to density, since it's not very sweet, it doesn't have a lot of leftover sugars. It is rather thin, liquid-wise, but it is quite heavily carbonated, and I find this carbonated like with a champagne yeast, for example. And by that I mean a lot of bubbles, but tiny bubbles. So very pleasant on the tongue, a very pleasant mouthfeel. Yeah, very nice. I do get a lot of, basically straightforward blackcurrant, a bit sour, a bit bitter. I do get the blackcurrant skins in there, which has a bit more tannins, I believe, just like red grapes, so just like red wine. It does taste a tiny bit woody, even though I know that it's not wood aged, but it does have that tiny woody, so maybe from the pits or from small branches, I don't know. But I do believe that the tannins and partially the hops are responsible for that. And now that I get more headspace, the fragrance is also a lot less fruity. And I do mean a bit less aromatically fruity, but a lot more realistically fruity. So now it smells like the fresh fruits that you get from the branches yourself. Yeah. It is a bit herbal, even a bit piney or a bit resiny, which I actually like. This also reminds me of a Poyella series, which I absolutely mean as a compliment. Now, this is not a beer to drink up tempo, as you can see. I've only had like 5 centiliters in this video. This is a thirst quencher. This is not what I expected. I expected a sweeter, fruitier, maybe more candy-like beer. This is absolutely none of that. This is a very realistic tasting, balanced, straightforward beer that actually tastes like the fruit and not the aroma of the fruit. And even though I really like the Lindemann's Cassis, but that is a bit sweet and sour, or a lot sweet and sour, this is nothing like that beer. So they perfectly balance each other out and they can perfectly coexist. Therefore, let's go to the scoring. This produit naturellement d'Auchois. What should I score this? I am thinking a 3.5. Yeah, it's a decent beer. Not my favorite, definitely not. Even though after a rough climbing day in the Auchois, when I'm in the grass, in the burning sun, I would absolutely enjoy one of these. Also, this is a half liter. I think this is perfect for sharing. But yeah, it is something special. It is a nice beer to discover, so hooray. Cheers! I'm gonna leave it at that. As usual, if you guys liked this video, leave a comment down below telling me what you liked. If you have any questions, proposals, whatever, comment section is the way to go. Hit that thumbs up. If you want to see more, hit the bell icon after you subscribe, so you'll be the first to be notified whenever I upload something. And yeah, I'll see you guys again next time, which should be Friday at 6 p.m. Cheers, you guys.